folks say patricides find no redemption. In fact, they do, but at a terrible price.
Death will atone for my shame! I'm not dead yet!
And I can watch that all day. I watched it like 20 times, and we're still like, we have a small screen over here, and we're like looking, oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah, that's death for redemption right there.
Yeah, death for redemption. Yeah, so you just saw Arnulf. He's the next leader that will be that we showcased in the spotlights.
Yeah.
You saw already Meave and Ardal. He was the first one.
Definitely.
You liked those a lot, so yeah, we have them.
They're super fun to make.
Yeah, they were really cool to make.
Marketing did a great job.
Yeah. We have Jason again in the studio. Jason, how are you?
Super happy to be here.
Looking fresh today, man.
Yeah, just by coincidence got a haircut today.
Oh, nice.
Total coincidence, nothing on purpose.
So what we're here for, we're here to talk about the upcoming update. Of course, the update will come out, like we mentioned before, by the end of this month, yes?
Yes, definitely. This
okay.
month.
Good.
Very last second, but this month.
And with it, we also have, of course, the leaders, which we're showcasing. We're missing two. So we're missing Eldain and Gernicora, so those are coming.
Yep, next week.
Next week, yeah. You might see a little hint about Eldain, maybe on Sunday. I don't know. You just gotta, you gotta check out Sir Pumpkin. He's our faction ambassador for Squareto.
Yep.
Have to be there. Apart from that, we will, of course, you can unlock the leaders in the reward book. That is something that I mentioned already on the forums. You guys already posted it on Reddit, so it's everywhere.
We can show that today, actually.
And we can actually show it. Thank you, and that's what I wanted to do. So I will go to the reward book. There you have it. We have something called the yearly reward book, and you have the leaders over here, but you also have the year of the wild boar. And if you click on it, I already unlocked some stuff before the stream.
Now this is a yearly tree, right? So there's actually some little golden nodes here that contain a little bit more rewards than a tree would look. So if you, like, for example, pick one of the nodes, I think maybe this one right here.
Which one?
This one right here.
This one right here?
There's a premium Vesemir, and you'll find maybe a certain familiar premium Lambert available somewhere as well, and maybe his other compatriots. So those are going to be available again.
But you go for this price.
Oh yes, this is something that's just for the whole year. It's worth 10 reward points. We've already unlocked it, so we can show it later, but it is a new game board that's themed around the Year of the Wild Boar.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we talk about a little bit of the quality of life changes.
Sure, yeah, we'll definitely get into that.
So we'll get into that. We'll showcase it on when we get into a match. Simple as that.
I'm excited for that, though.
Yeah. Also, we'll talk a little bit about the future. That's why we have Jason. So what we want to achieve coming up later.
Yep.
Of course, I know you guys are working hard on the expansion already.
Yeah, expansion's looking great already. I think you guys are really going to love it. The theme is really...
Yeah, and people were asking me if it's just going to be cards or if it's going to have like a theme around it.
There's definitely
and it has
a theme. It definitely
is
has
awesome.
a theme.
I think we were like, was it today or yesterday we were just geeking out about how cool it is?
Yes, the stuff that's work in progress. Our team's doing an amazing job already. And the designers, of course, are also.
All right, I want to touch a little bit upon gameplay, but the problem is, like, the guys sitting in the back do not show the card collection until I tell you to. So I will jump into the deck builder so people don't see what the new leaders do and what their provision costs are.
We got to keep some leaks for later.
Yeah, of course. There we go.
Let's start with Regus, yeah?
Let's start with Regus Higher Vampire.
So Regus is just a crazy point swing, and there's just really no counter to him. His potential is like almost limitless, really. It just depends how high your opponent nerfed it. So boosted it. So, you know, this is just a slight nerf to him, just to bring him a bit in line so that you can play around it a little bit, just to make him in order. So he has the same effect as before, but you know, you can kill him now before he just completely steals all
Deploy
your
to
thunder.
order, and also power change from a 1 to a 4.
Yes.
What is that? Okay, we're back to
to kind of counteract that slight nerf from the order.
The old Unicorn and Kiranex, which are, let me just find it, which are kind of auto-include.
Yeah, some of these changes already came out, but we're just kind of confirming them and talking about them a little bit. So definitely, like Unicorn and Chronex are actually kind of cool. They're two cards that synergize together, and we have a few of those, and they're usually pretty popular and fun. We had the option to try to find a way to nerf them, but in reality, they're both 9 provisions.
Yeah.
Their point value is about 20. We think they're actually kind of balanced to that degree. But by changing them from being in hand to being on board, I mean, there's still some crazy combos where you can steal your opponent's, Unicorn and get double Chronex mastery.
Chronex, yeah.
But it adds a little bit of counterability. So when someone plays a Unicorn or Chronex, you can sort of shut down that extra strength. So you could play around it a little bit more than before.
Exactly. I'll move on to the next one then. Yeah, it's just a simple fix, and I think it works. This one is actually the next one that we'll be talking about. Is one that I talked with
I think people are gonna like this one.
When he was here. When we were just before the stream we did with him.
Yeah.
And he said like, oh, I think I have it. Like, what if we just do this card, but it only refreshes the ability when you play a unit. So you have to play a unit in order for it to work. So if you play a special
it's
card,
a slight subtle change. I don't expect it to completely shift the meta, but it's just enough of a change where you can't no longer use your spear again, because we have the same change in the spears, right? You can't just use your spear and then play your unit, so it will change the dynamics a little bit, and it also prevents people from playing pure artifact decks and getting all this crazy value out of it.
Yeah, especially that, Scale Shield and Mastercrafted Spear are cards that players oftentimes complain about. And it's also there was an interesting talk on the forums that I saw that people were saying why don't you guys, instead of nerfing artifacts, why don't you add more removal? But if you add removal to your deck, you think about it, it's you're adding cards, and if your opponent's not playing artifacts, then you pretty much boarding in counters for something that you won't have to counter, so it doesn't make total sense. But this is a simple one, and it works.
Well, I mean, I think it's a nice touch without going too far. We'll see, though. And
now, my boy.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a slightly controversial one because we know that, Square players feel like this is one of their only finishers for, only one of their big last final pushes. But at the same time, the amount of value that he was giving was quite insane. So, I actually kind of like it thematically because if you look at him, he's standing in that fire. So the fire that he's setting, he's burning himself up right with it. So he's a bit of a kamikaze elf.
Yeah.
Which fits Square lore a little bit.
No, they're not that kamikaze.
Not really, but come on, they'll do anything to get their target.
Oh well, of course. Yeah.
So this just brings the card in line, but it doesn't remove its potential to really disrupt your opponent's board, which we think is a nice middle ground between those who really liked him and those who felt he was maybe a bit too strong.
Yeah. I'm going to showcase Yorvit's Gambit, but this is pretty much an overall change to trap cards. So Incinerating Trap, their provision cost changed from 6 to 5. Yorvit's Gambit, as you can see, also provision changed from 14 to 13. Mahakam Horn, provision from 9 to 8, and Crushing Trap from timer set from 3 to 2.
Yeah, so that's going to be a bit easier to get that Crushing Trap.
Yeah, we pretty much want, we want this archetype to flourish a little bit more. More people. Although you said that when we had the faction challenge, you played against players who were actually playing traps.
Yeah, I saw a few traps actually, and they weren't too bad actually. So hopefully with this change, they're going to be even better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
What else we got for today?
Letho.
Letho, the return of the man who lost his ability. I know people were expecting to have a bit more of a tactic synergy, but we actually really liked his effect on mulligans or redraw in general. So now he's a dual purpose unit, so you can either go for that extra mulligan by playing him ranged, or you can lock a unit. So there you go. That's how he returns. This is his new strategy for for victory for Nilfgaard.
He figured out the mulligan redraw thing.
He's adaptive. Yeah,
he's very adaptive. He got it together. Yeah. All right, let's of course leaders got their provision changed, and let's talk about our number 1 leader. Where is she?
The queen.
The queen
of the bugs.
There we go. Erikas Queen.
So
from 12 to 15.
I think the faction challenge saw maybe 1 or 2 people complaining about the difficulty with winning with Erikas Queen. So we agree with it. I mean, I had difficulty getting a few wins with her as well.
Yeah.
So we upped her provision to help her get a bit more synergies out of her deck. We'll see how it plays out with all the other changes that were coming.
Yeah. Chat likes Queen of the Bugs. So.
Queen of the Bugs. So you know, there's these are some highlights that we're giving to you guys, but in reality, there's a ton of other small changes that we're going, a little bit of balance tweaks here and there. So it's you know, the big picture of how everything will settle, we'll see.
It'll be
great. Yeah, it'll be great. So there's a few other leaders, that we are moving around.
Yeah, Emir.
Emir, we're bringing down a little bit because he's too high value for his ability. So he's going down from 14 to 12, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, going to 12 exactly. We actually have him, and now we'll move to Bran. Where's King Bran? Not good eyesight today. Bran, there we go.
So yeah, Bran also gets a nice change. Yeah, he gets a little boost.
13 to 16.
You know, since the Mulligan update, he's definitely seen less play.
Yeah.
He's not as strong as he used to be, so this brings him back in line a little bit, hopefully. And we'll see if that makes it enough. So, you know, I think this is one of the first times where we're trying to push for leaders coming back in solely with provision changes. So
yeah, it's pretty much trying to balance them out and bring them more in line to the power of their abilities. So that was pretty much the overall kind of goal that the design team had.
Definitely.
Here. Cool. Of course, these are only some of the changes. There's more. But let's talk about the quality of life improvements, starting with the premium card options returning to consoles.
Finally, so with the update coming up at the end of the month, premium cards are coming back to consoles. There will still be the option to only have the highlighted card be the one that's showing premium, and the reason for that is still on consoles, if you have, I think, 27 or 30 premium cards running at the same time, we've managed to protect the FPS, so the gameplay is still smooth, but the animations will start to lose a bit of frame rate. So if that bothers you, you can always go back to the option that is right now. That being said, we don't want to change people's options when the patch comes out. So, and we'll do a reminder in the in-game news for consoles as well to just go into your settings and to just say premiums always. So, for console guys, it's coming. Thankfully, it was done faster than I had hoped. So that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm also happy about this. I learned it a couple days ago. I think Charlie came by. He's like,
yeah.
We're doing it. I'm like, yes, finally, people, we're waiting for this.
That felt good to hear.
Handshake screen.
Yeah, so you know, we fixed some bugs there. There shouldn't be any more of the this little stutter that shows a part of the intro leader animations. Maybe we can actually
we can show it.
Just launch a bit of a match, maybe see a bit of the small quality of life changes that we did.
Let's go.
There we go. Oh, are you playing our new pirate friend?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Blood washes away all shame.
So now when you finish redrawing or you hide your cards during the initial mulligan, the leader animations are going to play. Yeah. So for those of you who are wondering why we weren't showing the leader animations, there wasn't a reason, but it is now. So great. Well, those will be shown off much better than before.
Yeah.
So.
Also, if you look at the game board, we have our...
look at that.
We have the piggies.
Little piggy.
Yeah. So the new game board.
So that's the new game board, half on the bottom.
Yep.
I don't know. Let's play a few cards. Let's see what happens.
You want to play something?
Yeah, let's play a total.
Something random.
Yeah, play random at this point.
I don't know.
We're playing versus AI. Maybe we'll win no matter what we do. Oh, you're still mulliganing. Come on.
I am. That's true.
It's hard to play during the mulligan.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I'll just finish. Oh.
Finally.
Boosting right away. Getting him strong. Don't have to fear that Regus so much anymore.
Yeah?
Oh, there's some death wishes coming, I think.
Yeah.
What should we do? I think let's use our leader ability and just kill that right away. Just to see him coming out. So yeah, just to clarify, since that video was pretty quick, so people don't have a chance to analyze, he spawns 3 sirens, which you know all get damaged by 1 immediately, and that will actually trigger all the abilities of cards that react to enemies being damaged.
That's why Handel got the boost.
Yep, and now you have 3 bloodlust, so you can bloodthirst, so you can basically use a lot of options here to deal with this guy. So he's definitely a nice 6-point swing that allows you to go pretty far forward.
Exactly.
So I kind of like the theme. He's the first leader that we're bringing out that actually plays himself, right? So all the other leaders just have an ability and they sit there. But you know, for this guy that just wants to die, like that's the theme, yeah. The guy wants to die in glorious battlefield. Yeah. We couldn't resist but to actually have him spawn himself.
There we go. There he is. In all of his glory. Gaming animations. This is something that you wanna.
Yeah, let's pass here. The other thing to note is if you play another card just for fun, we've done some small tweaks that might be easy to miss. So for example, we no longer wait for the leader animations to go between turns. So after you play a card and you end turn, it immediately moves the camera up and the other player can play immediately.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a small, tiny improvement, but it will make the game go a bit faster.
Yeah.
So, you know, that leader play, just Erikas knows what he's dealing with. She just gives out. You know, we're constantly looking for small things to make the game feel a bit faster. There's still definitely a lot of things coming, but the turn switching is definitely one of them that will make the game feel a bit more responsive. We're looking at adding in an auto pass feature or auto end turn feature if you have no moves left. It's looking really promising.
Yeah, I remember you were going through a list of things that you pretty much wanted.
That was on it, and I don't think it'll be for this update, but I have a feeling it'll be for the next one for sure.
Yeah. Also, like when you saw the end of the round, like you guys are streamlining that, so when the board is getting cleared, or you know, when you summon doom
like
units,
when you're playing spawn
instantly.
units, and it's like
so all that
graveyard
stuff is
VFX.
exactly.
I mean, watching it was like painful every time.
Yeah.
So that's definitely been
same thing with
up.
ending turn, passing. You know, no longer waiting for leaders to finish the animation. All this thing is kind of becoming a lot more
there's
faster.
still a lot left to do, but it's definitely a step. And if we can somehow just end this match real quick, maybe just pass twice. We've also, well, actually, maybe that'll trigger it with a forfeit.
Let's see.
Can't remember. We'll also, as you saw, we added in the start of game animations for the leaders, and I believe we'll also should have in this build the leaders showing their end of match animations when you win or lose as well. So those are pretty cool. I mean, we've had them all along, but we're finally actually showing them properly. So that's, I don't think there's a difference between their win and lose animations, just end of match. But maybe I'm wrong here, actually. So you can see. Yeah. He's a little angry at what happened, and there you go. Yeah. So you know, that's some of the small cool things the gameplay team has been cooking up. That you know, it's easy to miss, but hopefully will speed up and
as you also saw, I have the avatar of the boar and the title of the wild boar. So
yeah, that's from the Year of the Wild Boar tree.
Yeah, you can get those. Yeah.
All right, so
so we got that. Also, gamepad improvements, because this was something that was highlighted by players, that some of the inputs and stuff are not working as they would, you know.
Yeah, so this one was cool because there's one of our gameplay programmers just like, hey, I've been tinkering with it. I want to do all these gamepad improvements. So we've added in like shortcuts where our BLB will switch to the far left and to the far right of the row real quick. X, I believe it's X, X will switch directly your selection to the leader, so you can play that faster. You know, when you're using up charges and the cursor keeps like teleporting back to the same place after using it, it'll actually remember and stay on the last target. So that will actually feel a lot better for people using Gamepad. So you know, there's small little quality of life changes that we're adding in. There's probably a lot more that we want to do, but they're like great first start to making that experience a lot nicer.
Move forward. All right. I think that's from the stuff that we wanted to cover here.
Good.
Let's talk about changes to the rank system, because this is something that we're thinking about, and especially this is something that was highlighted by a lot of players, is also that deranking is a thing, and sometimes they would want to get rewards for the highest rank that they got in a season, and that's why they stay in that rank in order
and
not
you have basically either ladder anxiety or you just don't want to keep playing ladder, which is not what we want from that mode. So what's coming up with the new update is, or the next season is, you will no longer be able to go down a rank ever. This should also help like bring more players to the higher ranks where the matchmaking is a bit harder to find a worthy opponent. So and it no longer discourages people from keeping playing rank. Now, let's say you have like 4 pieces of your rank and you lose, you'll still lose a piece, but you'll never go down a rank, which means that you'll never be in a situation where, oh my God, if I play the next game and I lose, I'll get less rewards at the end of the season.
Especially that you sometimes want to like try out new things by the end of the season, test some other decks, and a lot of players were saying like, I want to test different strategies, but I'm afraid to do it on ranked where it's competitive, and I can't do it because I know I'll drop, and then I won't get the rewards.
I don't know what it was adding
getting.
really to the game to go down. You still have to like have a positive win rate to go to the next rank, but the down ranking thing just felt bad without really doing much. It's like maybe punishing too much.
Yeah, we'll be writing for sure a piece on playgwent.com regarding this. So also how the reset will work, so you know that. And as you mentioned, we also will be looking into matchmaking because, like you were mentioning, that especially in casual, but also in ranked, because we have players that are like lower in the rank system or higher, and they can't find an
I probably
opponent.
shouldn't admit this publicly, but I think there was a bug where. In some cases, the prestige level wasn't actually using when doing casual matchmaking. So someone like brand new player level 1 and playing casual with someone prestige 1 level 1 would actually have a high chance of matchmaking against each other. Yeah. But we've already actually even fixed that today, I think. Like we're not even waiting for the update for that. But like basically casual matchmaking wasn't really doing that well. And there's a lot of improvements that we're going to do there to find fairer, faster matches because there's a few things there. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what the issue is, but hopefully with this update, matchmaking at higher ranks will get better, and matchmaking in general and casual will get a lot more accurate, and you'll end up mismatched less often, let's say.
Cool.
So that's pretty good. And just coming back to the rank, I think the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to try and find a more consistent way to go back in ranks at the end of the season. Yeah. So right now the rules are a bit all over the place. And I think we're going to do something like you just go down 4 ranks at the end of every season, or some very stable rule that's
standardize it. And
obviously, like the very early ranks, like rank 30 and 29, there won't be any deranking still because that still need that protection.
It's
but
too demotivating.
Hopefully, that'll stabilize the experience a bit for everyone as well.
Exactly. On to Gwent Masters, because this is something that also you've been asking and something that I'm very excited about. We're doing another open mid-March, so...
Confirmed, 100%. There will be a kick-ass Gwent Open mid-March.
And it's the first one after Homecoming and the first one before the expansion.
Yeah, so it'll be like I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. It'll be like a unique tournament that you'll never see again in that scenario. Yeah. And, we'll see what happens, but it's close to an expansion, so maybe there'll be some nice goodies during that tournament.
It's also close to finish
to share with you guys.
Season 1. Oh, some leaks on the tournament? Really? Already?
We'll see.
I'm down for that.
But,
and of course, we're thinking about Season 2, and of course, we were looking into improving the tournament support for the community as a whole, so that's something.
There's definitely some cool things that we're trying to start and get working for you guys that are going to make tournaments for everyone a little bit more fun, even for us.
I wanna leak it, but I can't. But
no,
you told me
I'm not ready to leak it, but I can say that we're definitely working on more tournaments.
You told me about this in the morning today. I was like, oh my God, it's happening.
No, it's going to happen, for sure. Just not when, I can't say.
Right. It's happening.
All right.
Seasonal trees, my favorite topic.
I believe we're going to be updating the tooltip for the seasonal trees. They won't be coming for the Season of Love, which is a pity because those borders and avatars look really nice. I have to say that it's kind of sad, but at the same time, I think it was the logical decision for us to just, wait till we're 100% ready to do those trees properly, which right now I'm feeling very confident they'll come in March. But at the same time, we had all these mulligan changes, these gameplay changes that we needed to focus on. We need to get these leaders in. We need to make sure the expansion was moving forward properly. Yeah. And it didn't feel right for the team or for you guys to sort of sacrifice or make mistakes to get the seasonal tree system or the seasonal mode out 1 month early. So it won't be coming in February, but it's going to come in March. And we'll probably try to find some cool events in February to celebrate the Season of Love. I don't know what we'll do yet. Buja will find some ways to keep you guys engaged.
We have an idea with the community team. We have an idea.
We have maybe something coming just to celebrate that season.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit to Thronebreaker and the current situation on consoles. We know that there are some problems when it comes to the game crashing and optimization and stuff like that. So,
like, the guys have been hard at work to optimize consoles in general, both for multiplayer and Thronebreaker, which is one of the reasons we were able to bring premiums back to consoles. We're hoping that this Thronebreaker update that should be coming, let's say around mid-February. Wow,
Yep.
mid-March would be really late. Mid-February.
Mid-Feb.
Will be
Confirm.
we'll fix absolutely all the critical issues you guys are having, all the crashes, all the out of memory bugs, all the stuttering. I mean, a large enough player pool, there's always 1 or 2 bugs you'll never find and fix, and there's nothing we can really do about that. But definitely, we've made a lot of really cool improvements. The guys have done some awesome work. So there's definitely a really cool patch coming for Thronebreaker. So if you've had any issues on consoles, it's going to be over soon.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm excited? Well, I got this hat, like right here. It says I Love League, and we actually have something to show you. There we go.
Oh yeah. Little piggies.
Oh, they're so cute.
It felt like the perfect leak.
This is coming.
This is
These are cards that will be coming with the expansion, and they're premium even.
So we decided to kick it up a notch,
Yeah.
and start leaking premiums instead of regular art. So,
Actually, this is one video that features a couple of things. So, oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Now that's. Ooh.
Well, we went from something very happy and nice to something. Oh, look
Did
at
he eat the
look at that
pig?
gulp.
Did he eat the pig? Is that what's
I
going
don't
on
know.
here?
I don't know. Oh.
And one last one.
Well, this one was hard.
You know
we
what?
talked about it in
The
the
motion
morning.
capture for this was way harder than you guys would think, because
Yeah.
the chicken's claws would not stop digging into the dog, and he would get
it's
mad,
cat.
and his
Cat.
claws would dig into the
cat,
there's a
and the cat into the
That's right.
dog, and the dog into the horse.
It was just a nightmare.
very
Like
difficult.
I think it took us 3 days to get them
Yeah.
all dressed up in the proper motion capture
Yeah.
suits and like standing on top of each other.
It was
properly.
hard to rig that, but we managed to do
But the
it.
results speak for themselves.
Animals are safe. Don't worry about them. Everything's totally like done perfectly.
Yeah. So I mean, here's another stream for you guys.
Simple as that.
Giving you up what's coming up soon. We gave you a bit of teases
Yeah.
on some of the
Yeah.
changes, some of the bigger
Yeah.
changes coming, and why we're doing them.
Yeah. As always, we'll have patch notes on playgwent.com. As you saw, Twig is back, so if you want to check it out, jump into
you're
our
gonna rap
YouTube
again,
channel.
yeah?
No, I'm not gonna rap again. I probably
come on.
don't want to embarrass people and myself to watch that. I don't think they'll be comfortable seeing me rapping again. But yeah, who knows? Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, Jason.
All right, guys.
As always, it was a pleasure.
It's for me as well.
Thank you for watching, and we'll
Have a
see
great
you
evening.
next
Have a
time.
great weekend.
Evening, weekend, night, day, whatever you are.
See you guys.
Bye.